Europe the center, stay with me. Because in Part 9, we're going to confront the systematic erasure of African divinity from Osiris to Christ. And the truth is not just shocking, it's liberating. Part 9. When God was repainted. Power doesn't always come through war. Sometimes it comes through art. The most dangerous form of control is not what you say, it's what you show. Because when you change what God looks like, you change what God chooses. For thousands of years, divinity had many faces, and most of them were dark. In ancient Egypt, Isis, the mother goddess, was portrayed with deep skin and tightly coiled hair, nursing her son Horus. In India, Krishna, whose name literally means dark, was revered as a beautiful deity with blue-black skin. Among the Yoruba, the orishas appeared in colors of the soil, brown, gold, obsidian, each one reflecting divine energy in African form. Even in early Europe, the Black Madonna, a dark-skinned Virgin Mary, was venerated in cathedrals from France to Poland to Spain. Statues, paintings, icons, all bearing the sacred image of black womanhood, cradling black divinity. So what happened? Why are these images now hidden, repainted, or dismissed as smoke damage, artistic choice, or medieval error? Because when Europe rose to power, it didn't just conquer land, it conquered imagination. It replaced the face of God. Let's begin with the Black Madonna. Today, over 400 images of her still survive, tucked away in basilicas and mountain shrines. Her skin is undeniably dark. Her features are undeniably African. And her followers were once kings and queens who bowed before her not in confusion, but in recognition. In Montserrat, Spain, pilgrims still come to touch her hand. In Einsiedeln, Switzerland, she was once the centerpiece of the altar. But over time, something changed. Newer versions of Mary emerged, pale-skinned, blonde, fragile. The old statues were scrubbed, reinterpreted, or quietly moved into storage. And the excuse, oh, that's just from centuries of candle smoke. Really, candle smoke doesn't reshape nose bridges. It doesn't curl hair or change cultural context. That's not carbon, that's colonialism. But it didn't stop with Mary. Let's talk about Jesus. We already saw in earlier chapters that Scripture itself describes Christ with hair like wool and skin like bronze burned in a furnace. The Book of Enoch, preserved in Ethiopia, confirms the same. Yet across nearly every European painting, Christ is depicted as a gentle, pale man with European features, thin lips, straight nose, golden hair. That wasn't theology, that was branding. A Christ who looked like Caesar could be used to justify conquest. A black Messiah, however, he might remind the enslaved who they truly are. So his face was rewritten, and with it, the identity of his people. Let's pause here. What does this mean? It means that the erasure of the black divine was not accidental, it was strategic. Because when you control the face of God, you control the mirror people use to see themselves. If divinity is white, then whiteness becomes divinity.